Now, as we just mentioned, Italy has named its new Prime Minister as the former EU Commissioner Mario Monti.
For more, we're joined now by our Europe correspondent Emma Alberici. Emma, good morning. The new Prime Minister has in fact just been speaking to journalists in Rome. What's he had to say?
Well, he told journalists that the President, Giorgio Napolitano, had in fact asked him to form a new government. It was widely speculated for quite some weeks that he would be the person to take over from Silvio Berlusconi, to bring, I guess, a kind of sobriety to Italian government after 17 years dominated by Silvio Berlusconi, whose flamboyance and scandals have really dominated headlines around the world rather than the serious business of government and economics, which is what Mario Monti spoke about in his press conference, that he wanted with urgency. He used the word urgent a couple of times throughout his statement, saying that it was urgent now that Italy not only get on with the business of bringing down its huge debt, but also the business of stable government, something that Italy throughout its history has not really ever had the privilege of enjoying. It's had continual flux and change at the top of government, and Mario Monti in fact said during his press conference that he accepted the request by the President that he form a government, but with reservation. And he said that at this point he was accepting it, but there was still reservation which he needed to clarify with the President. He didn't say what that was all about, and the President also did not answer questions about what this reservation was. But it's fair to say that he's been asked to form a government that is non-partisan, that draws on people from both the ruling coalition and the opposition parties. So quite a motley crew there that don't see eye to eye at the best of times, and he's being asked to draw people from all sides, which you can imagine in any kind of political environment that would be difficult. But in Italy, where infighting and tension in politics is the order of most days, it's going to be particularly challenging. It
could also be argued, Emma, that the sheer size of the economic challenge facing the new Prime Minister is bigger than any one Prime Minister and certainly bigger than any one government. There are serious issues to be confronted here.
Yes, indeed. The debt in and of itself is huge. $2.5 trillion is a big number in anyone's language. But, and it's a big but, it's 120% of Italy's GDP. But to give you some perspective, Greece's debt is something like 170% of GDP. I mean, so relatively speaking, it's big, but it's not huge in relative terms. Also because Italy's underlying economy, in other words, its manufacturing, its output, is quite strong. It's just the management of the country, the management of institutions, the structure of the public service has been let go to such an extent that it's putting back all those pieces to form a stable, organised society, which is the biggest challenge for Mario Monti, because the fundamentals are there, which is what's frustrated, government after government. And the reason why Mario Monti has been such a popular choice is that he is an economist, an academic, an incredibly well-respected one internationally. When he was European Commissioner for Competition for those 6 years between 1999 and 2004, he took on America's Microsoft, one of the biggest corporate giants in the US, and he won in taking an antitrust action against them and their virtual monopoly over the PC market in Europe. So he is known to be someone who means business and can get on with it, and he does not have any political allegiances in Italy, which also means he's incredibly popular in society, because he doesn't seem to be someone who's going to be in there and kind of straight away giving jobs for the boys. But at the same time, the people that he's being asked to work with are pushing back, because they say the appointment of someone who is not in politics is extremely undemocratic. The Northern League, which is the far-right party in coalition with Silvio Berlusconi's party in government in Italy, have already said they won't back him in government because they they think there should be snap elections and that it should be the people's right to decide who governs Italy rather than the president's unilateral appointment, as has happened. So you can already see that Mario Monti is going to have quite a challenging time ahead just to bring these people together as he tries, in his words, to bring credibility back to Italy.
And we'll soon find out how it all turns out. Emma Alberici, thank you very much for the update.
Sure.